And we back. Woo, today should be a banger and a fun video. It's been a minute since we just sat down and talked about basketball. I have an entire channel specifically for that. Link is always in the description. Go subscribe because we got big things coming on the 28th. But typically when we sit here, we talk basketball, we talking about jerseys. For some reason, y'all have noted me the fashion guy of the NBA. When new jerseys drop, we gotta hear what Kenny's talking about. We gotta do a tier list. That's what I meant. And today we're doing another tier list. I guess I have decided to make everyone mad at me because whenever you rank a team, no matter what you say beforehand, no matter what you say afterward, there are gonna be fans upset of where you rank them. But this is how we're doing this. We're not ranking them on how good they are. That's what the NBA standards are for. Typically, I mean, that's what the NBA stands for. I am ranking how enjoyable and how fun of a team they have been this season. Y'all know me, man. I'm watching basketball from the moment it starts every day, typically until it ends, unless we got other work things. So I'm watching all 30 of these teams, some more than others. And in today's video, we're showcasing that. Because yes, sometimes I miss basketball games because I'm busy. But there are a lot of times where I don't watch a basketball game because the teams that are playing aren't fun to watch. So leave a like, subscribe if you're new. This list is completely subjective based on my own personal opinion. You may completely love one of the teams I think is not fun to watch, and that is okay. I promise you, it is okay to disagree with me without being upset. Can you believe it? I mean, the NBA world got y'all thinking, if you disagree with somebody, y'all must fight it out, duke it to the death. It's not the case. So I put it into a couple different tiers, starting from the bottom. In order for me to watch your team this season, it had to be a special occasion. Either it's a close game with 5 minutes left, so I'm tuning in, somebody's debut. It has to be a special occasion to watch these teams. Next, I don't mind it. If they're wrong, I watch it. I don't mind it. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I don't mind it. Then we have, that's an enjoyable team to watch. Then we have pretty fun. Again, we're ranking on how enjoyable, how fun it is. And tier right here, pretty fun, is the pretty fun, you understand. Next, we have must-see TV. And then lastly, the cream of the crop is, bro, I won't miss a game. I won't. Whatever it is, I'll drop it. Oh, this team is playing. I got to watch this game. And those are the tiers that I have created to rank players or NBA teams based on their enjoyability, how fun they are, their funness, if that is a word. Let's start from the bottom and work our way up. One of the least enjoyable teams for me to watch this season is the Houston Rockets. Oh my God, Rockets fans are gonna be crazy in my mentions. Let me explain myself. You are in the first year of a rebuild. Number one, that is no fun. Nobody's fun the first year of their rebuild. You don't lose as many games in a row as y'all did being fun. You have some players there that can be fun. Kevin Porter Jr., you know what I'm saying? Get well soon to my guy Sterling Brown. You got some players over there. Kelly Olynyk has been on fire, it seems like, recently. You got Kenyon Martin Jr. You got Jay Sean Tate has been a bright spot. But the team right now is very far from fun. But again, you're in the first year of your rebuild, so you're not gonna be fun. Number two on this list is another team. You're gonna see a little pattern is the word I'm thinking about when it comes to these tiers. A lot of the teams will have things in common. The second team that is also on this tier is the Orlando Magic. They sold heavy at the deadline. They've had a ton of injuries. Jonathan Isaac, Markelle Fultz being out, traded away Vucevic, traded away Aaron Gordon, traded away Evan Fournier. That was their starting five last year, y'all. All gone. They're basically in year one of their rebuild. There are some bright spots. Wendell Carter has been really solid for them. Bright spots, but first year of your rebuild. If you're a diehard Rockets fan and you're a diehard Orlando Magic fan, these are fun years for you because you're watching development of talent, right? But from somebody that has no investment in your team, not super fun to watch. Next, this team would have been way higher on the list, but recently they suffered some injuries, and they're also a rebuilding team. If they were completely healthy, the OKC Thunder would be in the enjoyable list, but since they are not healthy, I'm going to say it's got to be a special occasion. I understand OKC fans love Poca Poca. They love Teo Maledon. Lou Dort is fun to watch. I admit that. But without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on the floor for me, it's hard for me to tune into an OKC game because I'm not super invested in these players. You know what I'm saying? Lou Dort. It's Lou Dort. And Lou Dort himself will put me in. I won't miss a game. But honestly, the team as a whole, the youngest team in basketball right now. All three of these teams are a rebuilding team. It has to be a special occasion. Like, I see that Lou Dort has 20 points in the first quarter, 20 points in the first half. I'll watch that second half. I see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's coming back from injury. That's the special occasion that will get me to watch that team. Now we're moving up. I'm sorry to the three teams at the bottom tier, but y'all, I already explained it. Y'all in a class of y'all own because of y'all own personal reasons. The next team is also a team in a rebuild, but they have pieces there that I think are super fun to watch. Where is the team? What is this ranked at? Where is the team I'm looking for here? Detroit basketball. I don't mind it. I don't mind watching the Detroit Pistons right now. Killian Hayes just came back from his injury. He's having some pretty solid games. Beef stew is a real thing. The man's shoulders is this big. Jeremy Grant, when he's healthy, back healthy, the man was averaging 20 points per game out of nowhere, was the most improved candidate for majority of the season, and he's still a candidate, but I think Julius Randle's taking that award. They have people. Saddiq Bey, you have to remember, Saddiq Bey got to Detroit by trading away Luke Kennard and 2 second-round picks, and people are like, bro, that's a bad trade. Saddiq Bey has proved it's not a bad trade. He's one of the best rookies in this year's draft class. He's been cool. I don't mind watching the Detroit Pistons, but this is why I'm saying I'm ranking it on enjoyability, because they're one of the worst teams in the league. I think they have the 3rd worst record in the league, but I don't mind watching them. A lot of the times it feels like they're in games. I don't mind it. Next team of I don't mind it is the Cleveland Cavaliers. As of recently, the backcourt of Colin Sexton and Darius Garland. These boys right here. Oh, it's backwards. How do I not make it back? Them boys, that backcourt has been hooping, man. Darius Garland is a real good guy. I was listening to Zach Lowe, and they were talking about how good of a jump Darius Garland has had in the second year, and it's a fact. He's been significantly better this year. I don't mind watching the Cavaliers play, especially one of their two or both of their guys have it going on. Again, strictly based on enjoyability. The Bulls, my Bulls. This is how you know there's no bias in here. There should be a tier in between that was like, put me out of my misery. Made a new tier. I have to watch, but it hurts. That's the Chicago Bulls. I don't need to explain. Every Bulls fan in existence have the same sentiment. We have to watch it because we're fans, but it hurts. Next team is the Indiana Pacers, man. The Indiana Pacers as an organization has been through so much in this last year. Victor Oladipo, a guy that they want to rebuild around, asked for a trade. You can't really help that. They traded for a guy, Karis LeVert, who ended up having cancer of the kidney. Shout out to Karis. Shout out to everybody. He's healthy. He's back on the court. Shout out to him. They've had injuries left and right. We just found out Miles Turner's missing some more time. They traded a really solid regular season coach for an unproven guy. It's just been up and down, left to right for the Indiana Pacers. I'm going to say I don't mind it, but I think the Pacers are very far from enjoyable. I don't mind it. I watch the Pacers, but they're far from enjoyable. Next, we have the Toronto Raptors. Remember, we were only talking about this season, and this was a team that has been plagued by a lot of missing games, injuries, health and safety protocol things. I don't mind watching the Raptors, but it's not super fun because they're never at full strength. You know what I'm saying? Malachi Flynn is cool, but I'd rather watch Kyle Lowry. All right. This is how you know. This is how you know we living in a weird world, because next, we're moving on to the enjoyable. Minnesota Timberwolves have been enjoyable recently. I'm not talking about the first couple months of the season where the Houston Rockets went on like a 19-game losing streak but still were better than Minnesota. But since D'Angelo Russell has been back, the team has been solid. They've been competent. They've been fun. D'Angelo Russell been coming off the bench. He's still working his way up from his injury. Anthony Edwards can take over games in the fourth quarter. Karl Anthony Towns. The McDaniels brothers playing good defense and in the passing lanes, running the floor. Josh Okogie's playing good defense. I believe that they are enjoyable right now. I legitimately watch Minnesota Timberwolves games. Next team, you know what? The Sacramento Kings was on this list before when I made my list. I'm moving the Sacramento Kings down, bro. They ain't enjoyable no more. Them boys be choking games, losing games that they shouldn't lose, but they have De'Aaron Fox, they have Tyrese Halliburton, and those are two of my favorite players to watch. But the other 3 through 15 players on the roster make this team from enjoyable to I guess I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? I guess I don't mind it, but De'Aaron Fox himself, hey, De'Aaron Fox right here is must-see TV. But the team is just like, so you know what? They don't even hit the enjoyable. I'm making changes to my list on the fly. Next team in enjoyable is a super underrated team. It is the San Antonio Spurs. It is just like the Spurs, no matter what era they're in. If it's a Tim Duncan era, where it's right at the post-Tim Duncan era, or this weird retool, rebuild because they're super young, but they also have DeMar DeRozan era, they're going to be under the radar. Nobody's going to talk about them, but they're still enjoyable to watch. DeMar DeRozan closing out games. He has transitioned from a player that was never a playmaker to a positive playmaker. DeJounte Murray has had an amazing season. Keldon Johnson's had a really good season. They have a lot of pieces on this team that are enjoyable and fun to watch, so they have making the enjoyable tier. Next team on the enjoyable tier is the Washington Wizards. And again, a lot of that is more recently because they've been hooping recently. Early in the season, bro, I didn't like watching them play. I feel like we were wasting Russell Westbrook. I feel like we was wasting Bradley Beal. But since then, they've gelled a little bit more. They're more healthy now, and they've been winning games that they should win. Early in the season, they weren't really winning games they should win, and they have 2 star players. And they're looking like that. It is fun to watch Russell Westbrook go out there and give us a triple-double. It is fun to watch Bradley Beal average 31.1 points per game. Yes, I know that exactly because I looked it up before this video. Those things are enjoyable. Next team is the Boston Celtics. Now, Celtics fans, before you put my head on a stake, the reason why you're in the enjoyable tier, not the pretty fun, the must-see TV year, is because y'all have been plagued with injuries and health and safety protocol all season. I saw this list when it comes to teams that have lost games due to health and safety protocol and injury. The Celtics were number 1. I feel like I've never seen y'all at full strength this year. It is fun to watch Jason Tatum. It's fun to watch Jaylen Brown, and it could be fun to watch Kemba, but we ain't seen it all together enough for me to say anything other than that. Once y'all do get fully together, and I know y'all been better recently, but even y'all just lost to the Bulls because y'all are missing some players, I will have y'all in that pretty fun tier. But at this current state on April 20th at 11:59, okay, now is April 21st technically. You guys are enjoyable. Next, in the pretty fun tier, I'm putting the Lakers there. Now, again, we're ranking the current Lakers and not the Lakers when Anthony Davis and LeBron James. Because if Anthony Davis and LeBron James are there, I won't miss a game. But since they have been out with injury, Anthony Davis is coming back soon, they are just pretty fun. It is fun to watch a team that plays amazing defense, even if they don't have a star player like Anthony Davis or LeBron James to take over games and make the big-time plays. I do enjoy good defense. And this is a team that plays very good defense right now. It would be a lot better if one of their stars were back, it would be must-see TV or won't miss a game. But since they're missing both of them, I'm saying you're pretty fun. Next on pretty fun, fans might hate me for this, but I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm giving my honest opinion, is the Milwaukee Bucks. I know the Bucks are amazing this season. They're not as good as they were last year. I would probably have them must-see TV. This year, they've been experimenting way more this year than any other year. And Bucks fans know this all to be true. They're doing different coverages every game. They're trying to integrate Drew Holiday good enough to when the playoff run comes on, he can beat Drew Holiday. So they have taken a step back a little bit, which is completely okay. Giannis is still there. You know what I'm saying? Giannis is still super fun to watch. But as a team, as a whole, I would say you're pretty fun. Also on this list, the Atlanta Hawks, man. Atlanta Hawks have been really solid as of recently. I know a lot of people don't enjoy watching Trae Young's form of basketball. I don't really mind it too much. Clay Capella has been really good. John Collins, when he's been healthy, has been solid, and they've hit a stride, man. They're winning games. They're tied for the 4-5 seed as I'm recording this video. They got another big win today, so I would say they're pretty fun. The Heat are also pretty fun, and maybe this is bubble hangover, but I'm still watching these games in hopes to get that form of the Miami Heat. You can argue with yourself if that form is really there. I don't really care, but I still do enjoy and think that they're pretty fun to watch when they have Jimmy Butler, when they have Bam Adebayo, and when they have their other pieces. Victor Oladipo still ain't really even played that much, but when the couple games that he was playing, I was having fun watching it. He was still trying to figure out who he was on the team, so I would say the Miami Heat are pretty fun. Next team is the Portland Trail Blazers, bro. They don't play a lick of defense. But Damian Lillard, CJ, Norman Powell has been traded to the team. Really solid. They couldn't guard nobody, but they can score. And if you like high scoring games, you like to see a player take over a game like Damian Lillard can, I would say that's pretty fun. Now let's transition to must-see TV. First on this list is the LA Clippers. They're one of the hottest teams in basketball right now. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, when they play together, has been great. They have this team synergy a little bit more this season than last year, and I really do enjoy watching it. Must-see TV. Next must-see TV is the Memphis Grizzlies. One of the lowest seeds to make it this high because I do believe that their team is super fun to watch. You know what I'm saying? They are one of the deepest teams in the league. Ja Morant is a human highlight reel, and they ain't even got Jaren Jackson Jr. back just yet. So for me personally, they are must-see TV. I haven't missed many of their games as of recently. Next team that is must-see TV is the Charlotte Hornets, another lower seed that makes it this high. This team is fun, bro. They're fun. I understand that they've been missing Gordon Hayward. They've been missing LaMelo Ball, who will be back. They missed Devontae Graham for a chunk of the season. They have missed a lot of players in their rotation. Cody Zeller out. You know what I'm saying? They missed a lot of players. But the commentators, I know they get memed a lot because they over-exaggerate their reactions to things. I low-key enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? They have Miles Bridges, who's one of my favorite role players in the entire league. PJ Washington be having moments here and there. And when you throw all of that with the call, I believe that they're must-see TV, especially if LaMelo's back. Especially when Gordon Hayward's get back. Yeah, that is must-see TV. Terry Rose, I ain't even missing the name Terry Rose yet. My fault, Terry. Scary Terry, bro. Keep hooping. Next on the must-see TV tier is the New York Knicks. The boys are back. The Knicks are back. It's just great to see the Knicks, a big-time market. They've been struggling for so many years, be good again. And as a guy that does love a good defensive team, the New York Knicks are that. Julius Randle has blossomed into a very great NBA player. RJ Barrett has been really good. If you want to hear me talk about the Knicks more in depth, go watch my video on my other channel because I just did that. But this is true right here where it's must-see TV, and they got Derrick Rose. So there's the bias playing in. Yep, they got Derrick Rose. Another team that is must-see TV that makes me mad is the Pelicans, bro. They can't close out a game. What can I say? They can't close out a game. But I still do enjoy watching them every time they play. Whether they're choking the lead or whatever. Zion himself is must-see TV. Zion could be on any other team in the league, and he will elevate them to must-see TV at the least. With the right team, I wouldn't miss a game. Zion is that nice of a player. He's the future of the NBA. It's just a fact. The man plays point guard, small forward. You know I skip shooting guard. Small forward, power forward, center. He can do it all. Except for the shooting guard. You get me. He does it all. Must-see TV. Another must-see TV is Luka Doncic's Dallas Mavericks. A lot of this, of course, is Luka in himself just being a wizard on the court. A lot of the players surrounding him I like, but it's none of them speak to me more than just Luka. Like some of the last teams that are here, they have multiple players in the team that I really enjoy watching. When it comes to the Dallas Mavericks, it's Luka. But Luka elevates some of them. Well, Jalen Brunson I really do enjoy too. But Luka elevates everybody else to make them seem significantly better, and that's fun. It's must-see TV, but it's not getting them to the next tier. But we're there at the next tier. I won't miss a game. Steph Curry. Boom. Do I need to explain it? Steph Curry's doing Steph Curry type things. He is won't miss a game type guy. And the team is not good. You know what I'm saying? Steph Curry is, but the team isn't. So he's that much of a fun player to watch that I won't miss a game. Think about that. He is so fun to watch that even though his team is I won't miss a game. Next team, Utah Jazz. They have the best record in the NBA right now. Defensively, they are ridiculously good. They can't miss from the three-point line. Donovan Mitchell is better this season than last year. He has elevated his game. Rudy Gobert is another defensive player of the year candidate. They've been really solid, man. They have the sixth man of the year, if you ask me, and Jordan Clarkson, even though he's been kind of slumping a little bit. That is I won't miss a game potential. Next, we have the Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid, MVP candidate. He is as dominant as any center we've seen in recent history, and I mean like pure force dominance. Not on the same tier as Shaq, but similar to Shaq, where he just uses his body to overwhelm his defenders. That is amazing. Ben Simmons is the Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Tobias Harris, that went from a guy that everybody laughed at for being the overpaid, worst contract in the league, to showcasing like, oh snap, he deserves to get that money he got. And they got pieces all around. Seth Curry, Danny Green, that I enjoy as well. So that is I won't miss a game. Next, we have my pick for the MVP award. Nikola Jokic won't miss a game because he is similar to Luka in the sense that he is a wizard on the court. He is a true unicorn. As being a 7-foot point guard, because that's what he is, where he looks out of shape, but we know he's not because he can play 45 minutes in a game and also hit the big time shot, three-pointers, free throws, best playmaking center of all time. And if Jamal Murray was here, they'd even be higher than this if that was even possible, but he's not. But they are still I won't miss a game potential because they have the MVP in the league. And not only is he a dominant force, but he's fun to watch too. Fun to watch too. Next, we have the Brooklyn Nets. How can you have Kyrie, KD, and James Harden and not be fun to watch? I understand they haven't played a ton of games together, but even when two of those players are missing out, that one player is leading them to something, and it's gonna be fun. If they got two of the guys play, if it's Kevin Durant and Kyrie playing, we ecstatic. Blake Griffin got bought out and got there. He's been great. You know what I'm saying? That team is, I won't miss a game because they showcase all of the portions of offensive basketball that you want as a fan. And then lastly, we done created a whole nother tier called yes, and that is the Phoenix Suns. What can I say? My favorite player of all time plays for the team. Devin Booker is there. It feels like they're growing every single game. I've watched DeAndre Ayton grow as a defensive player over the last couple seasons, so to see some of the stuff he's been doing has been amazing. Jay Crowder is that heart that we saw in the bubble with the Miami Heat, and we saw in Dallas, and we saw in Boston. Javon Carter is a friend of ours, so you know what I'm saying? They have a lot of pieces on this team. Mikal Bridges is literally a friend of mine, so they have a lot of pieces on this team that I absolutely love, and it's like synergy, so they're number one. Y'all gotta remember that this is my own personal list based on my enjoyment when I watch basketball. You may disagree, which is completely okay. Be sure to leave a like and also use the comment section, baby. Tell me why I should have your favorite team higher. Maybe I'm missing some stuff, bro. I ain't saying I'm perfect. See y'all soon, though. Peace.